be careful about the things that I think you make big issue because those things may not even be there anymore down the line. Those things don't even exist, or it's not even an issue, or you don't even remember what you were arguing about or what you were fussing about because time happens and things change in the process.
It's okay.
What's up, his wife, her husband, family? Welcome to another episode of His Wife, Her Husband.
I am Shamika, his wife,
And I am Patrick, her husband. And our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage.
from a biblical perspective. We are on another video. Look, I have been enjoying doing the podcast. We were encouraged a long time ago. I think we started doing videos in 2019. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting
Or
how
18.
the growth of what we're doing, and the growth of oh man, where my ring at? I'm tripping. I just took it off too.
Ring, 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 ring.
Go get my ring for me.
All right.
It's over there. I'm gonna talk to the people while you gonna do that. The reason why I'm asking her to do why you can't get this on ready. The reason why I'm asking because of the cords and everything.
You don't have to explain nothing to nobody.
And so if you look at some of our old videos, camera angle, mics, where we were shooting, we were in a building. The building. Listen, y'all, this is good. Take advantage of the time that you have together, because things change. The building where we started shooting in the beginning, that building is no longer there. So the place where we started shooting the videos is not there.
It is a whole.
It's a whole car wash now. It was actually building for our business and stuff like that. And so things change. So here's the thing. The reason I brought that up is because the last video we did was about conflict management. And be careful about the things that I think you make big issues, because those things may not even be there anymore down the line.
That's good.
Like those things don't even exist, or it's not even an issue, or you don't even remember what you were arguing about or what you were fussing about because time happens and things change in the process. So be mindful of those things. Like, is this really something that I need to be acting really crazy about, or let me use the word crazy, but really mean or upset about? Is it really worth it? Is it worth the time?
Yeah.
Is this issue going to be something that's going to still be here?
Will it matter years?
Yeah,
or days
years from now.
or
That's what I'm
months,
looking for.
Yeah, it's not going to even matter
Yeah.
in the whole scheme and scope of things.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was good. That was good, Patrick.
What's up?
Yeah.
Listen.
And look,
Go
and
ahead.
you think about it. This is it's moments like that where, like, don't get me wrong, when you think about life, it's full of changes, but it's in these in these thought processes that I'm more grateful for the gift of change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, thank God that they don't stay the same. What if we were stuck constantly remembering and repeating something that we didn't even want anymore?
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, just one of my random I'm grateful moments. Yeah, that building is not there anymore.
Mhm.
It's not there. And it's, yeah, thank you for that gentle reminder to take the, is it gonna be here in a couple of years? Is it
Yeah.
gonna be here next? Is it gonna even really matter?
Right.
And then not only that, sometime in unnecessary conflict, because I think that's the part about life.
Correct.
Like, its tensions are going to rise because we are living life.
Right.
Nothing is going to be picture perfect. But, like, I know a lot of times we always talk about optimism and positivity and all that, but there is no positive without negative. There's no
Mhm.
optimism without pessimism. Like,
Mhm.
it's a balance and a rhythm. Like you need melancholy sometimes. You need to be introverted, not extroverted at times.
Mhm.
So yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but
Mhm.
it's oh yeah, it's a balance and a rhythm to life, and learning how to manage those. I believe is the true art of living.
Mhm.
Like it's going to happen. Like you're going to have moments where you just downright sad.
Mhm.
You're going to have moments where like you can jump off a cloud.
Yeah.
It's just
We got a interview. I hope she let us use the interview. We were interviewed by a young lady by the name of Ruth Abigail, and she has a podcast called Unlearned Podcast.
yes. Go subscribe to it now.
Yes, and Shamika and I were on, and she's unlearning everything, unlearn religion, unlearn, marriage or whatever. Um, but it's a lot of things on there that's good. And you were talking, I'm like, okay, that she about to go into her zone. But she was on this interview, and it was supposed to be. Listen, I hope y'all when she so I hope she allow us to use the recording. If she does, I want you to listen because my wife was trying to tell me that I was trying to take over the podcast. But if you listen, the first 45, 30 minutes, it was just my wife and RA talking. But anyway, my wife had like some good nuggets that was on that particular podcast. And so I hope she get us to do it. If she does, we're gonna put it on our channel. It'll probably be on the Patreon. So you probably have to get the. We'll give you some nuggets, but to get the full interview, you have to be a Patreon or subscribe on our podcast to
Yeah.
get the full interview. However, anyway, while you're there, help us with the algorithms. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment, and make sure you hit the bell notification so when we drop new, if you listen to us on YouTube, when we drop new videos, you'll be the first to get those videos when we do it. Also, comment on the. Let us know what's going on. Be respectful though, because if you're not respectful, we will kick you off. No if and buts or buts about it. Amen.
And what?
And share, and share a lot. Share with everyone. Let everybody know that hey, there's a positive relationship channel out there. I'm pretty sure there's more, but um, there's a relationship channel that's geared toward solutions, not just hey, this is the issue, this is the problem. No, here's a problem, but here's a solution to it as well. So, if that's what you're into, you want solutions to your issue, you just want to gripe. This is not the gripe channel. If you want actual solutions that we're putting our own experiences that we use to help come up with solutions or our
Lessons
own
we've
wisdom or
learned
our
from
own
life.
experience, our
Hmm.
20 now 26 years worth of experience, um, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and send it out. Also, we also offer coaching sessions as well. So if you're looking for a marriage coach, you can go to hiswifeherhusband.net, hiswifeherhusband.net. Sign up for the what do you call it? Discovery conversation. You can pick your time where you want
Getting to know you.
um, to talk with us, and then through the conversation, we can determine whether or not, as coaches, we're able to coach you, or if you need more help, we will then point you to professionals to give you counseling. So, yeah.
Yep,
Anyway.
it's all about. First of all, let me before I say something serious, I was thinking like our mind, our minds are like phenomenal computers.
Mhm.
Um, it's amazing how many songs, jingles, commercials that are downloaded in our mind.
Mhm.
I hadn't heard that getting to know you, and I don't know how many. It was
Mhm.
some kind of jingle off a
Mhm.
commercial. And have y'all noticed that commercials don't even have jingles like they used to?
What you mean?
You know, like jingles like catchy songs.
Yeah, but what you mean?
Um,
What do you mean by they don't
like
have it like they used to?
you know,
What do they have now?
when we were, I don't know what they have now. They have, I don't know. Now, I will say this, that Liberty Bibbity Mutual thing, they are hilarious. Like these insurance commercials are killing it as far as making
Geico.
you laugh and
Mhm.
stuff. And Progressive, like for Flow,
Geico.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they hilarious. But now this other stuff, oh my gosh. Like there's no
Mm-mm.
jingles. Like,
Okay.
songs help you remember.
Right.
Like my baloney has a first name. It's
Nope.
OSCAR. My hot
Oscar.
dog.
Yeah, it's it. Is it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
OSCI. It sure is.
yeah.
Okay.
My baloney has
The
a
second
second name.
name.
It's MEYER. I mean,
Oh, I love to. Every
any
day.
day.
And if
Ask
you
me
ask me why,
why
I'll
I
say.
say. Cause Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGN. Come on, y'all. They don't make commercials like that. That's so crazy. And I hadn't sang that since I was a little girl.
That's
And
good.
everybody knew Mikey. He
Right.
eats everything.
He does. He does.
Okay. Now you said something. What were we talking
I
about?
have no idea. I have no idea what I said. I'm not sure.
I know he was talking about coaching. Um, we was talking about
His wife, her
coaching.
husband.net. You can sign up for
Yeah.
your discovery
Yeah. Oh, yes,
conversation.
yes, yes, good. And so this is the thing. So Patrick and I are really serious about helping you build and sustain your marriage.
Correct.
It is not about us doing your marriage or us being in your marriage. It is, though, about you getting the help that you need in order to help bring about the desired result
Hmm.
that you said.
Hmm.
So you said for a lifetime. So
Right.
let's work toward a lifetime.
Correct.
Is it guaranteed? Like anything that you do in life, nothing is guaranteed on this side.
Correct.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Correct.
But the fact that you put your word out there, let it mean something.
Hmm.
Let your spouse know that I'm trying every day. I'm
Hmm.
dying and trying every day. I'm dying to myself,
Hmm.
what I want, my ideas, what my notions were, and all of that, to making sure that we ensure that we stay together as best we can.
Hmm.
Are you going to leave tomorrow? I don't know. Are
Hmm.
you going to leave today? I don't know. But when you leave, I want you to be better than I found you. And I want to be better than you found me.
Hmm.
So we constantly work toward that, and that's what coaches do. Coaches do not go on a field to make the touchdown. That's not what coaches do. Coaches do create strategies, plays, things that you can do to help you to develop the disciplines
Right.
and the things that you do in order to bring about the desired result, which is the
Right.
championship.
So we
It's Super
we
Bowl.
can't execute
No.
the wisdom for you. You have to execute it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can help you. I see what you're saying in terms of being off.
Yeah.
We can help you, and we can come up with plans for forward moving,
Yeah.
but we can't do it for you. So you
No.
got to be honest with yourself. Are you going to put forth all efforts to do what we are coaching you up to do for
And
your
so
marriage?
listen, y'all look at some of these sports documentaries and
Hmm.
series. Look, these championship winners, they not sloppy with their work ethics.
Correct.
They showing up before practice.
After
They
practice.
staying after practice.
Right.
There is no off season, and if they're now, don't get me wrong, they respect their rest, but for the most part, they putting in the time. And they are rallying around the communities, the people that's on the team to help get them done. So what Patrick and I are saying is we are here to help you achieve success
Right.
as best as possible. Now, it's up to you. If you have a championship mindset, then it's on and popping. Why?
Hmm.
Because a true coach, guess what? They going to be fit too. So we don't want to be sloppy in our marriage, so we're going to be doing our work, which means we're not going to always be there for you.
Hmm.
But the Lord will always be there for you.
Yeah.
Amen? But Patrick and Shamika, we made a commitment to each other.
Hmm.
And now we have joined each other to say we want to help others experience this good success
Right.
to be able to thrive in their marriage.
Right. So if you're preparing, and this is where we got our
First
our
certification.
first certification.
Mhm.
If you're preparing for marriage, we can coach you. If you are in trying to enrich your marriage, we can coach you with that as well. So that's where we come up with the build and sustain your marriage. But it's all from a biblical perspective. So, yeah. So what we're going to give you, or what we're going to do to help you build, God is going to be leading that.
Yeah.
He's going to be leading the charge on what you need to do. Again, no guarantees, but I guarantee you'll get somewhere.
You're going to be better.
I guarantee
You will be
you're going to
better.
get somewhere if you do what we're asking.
Facts, and
Amen.
that is facts and truth. And look, I'm this just being honest. It's places that like marriage happens in stages and phases.
Hmm.
So we are entering into a new phase that we are learning, but we definitely not where we were when we started.
Hmm.
And so we remember what we wish we had heard. So
Hmm.
this is where we're coming from. And now our relationship with the Lord is a whole lot more developed, and we're still developing in that. No one, if anybody tell you that they have achieved and know all about the Lord, they are telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
In this life, you're constantly learning and discovering, and but by the same token, we are charged to go and make disciples. We are
Right.
called to make disciples and to disciples. Like the cycle keep going on. So yeah, that's what we doing. So I'm saying to say we don't know everything, but we do know what we know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that on that.
All right. So this today's episode is um, we actually saw a. Did you see all of it?
All of what?
Uh, Tabitha Tabitha Brown and Chance Fridays with Tab and
I think I
Chance.
did.
You did. So they did a video, and I probably put their link if you're on YouTube. The link for their video will be in the description box. But they did they asked a question about platonic relationships with the opposite sex.
Was it like friendship relation? I mean, yeah, well, I guess that would be there.
Right. How do you feel
Platonic.
about? No, they didn't say platonic. It's just how do you feel
Oh,
about
friends of the
friendships?
opposite sex.
Friends of the opposite sex. It didn't
Yeah.
even say platonic.
Yeah.
How do you feel about friends with your spouse? Your spouse having a friend that's of the opposite sex. Like, how do you feel about that? You know what I'm
Um, I think that boundaries are definitely a part of it.
saying? Okay.
Now, this is the thing. I don't think that you should have friendship with the opposite sex if you're not friends with your spouse of the opposite sex. I think that's like if you're not friends with your spouse, then how in the world you gonna be friends with somebody else? Like, that just don't make sense. Like, the equation is off. All right, so you want to make sure that that's resolved. So. I believe that needs to be resolved because then that gives security, that gives safety, that sets boundaries and respect. And so if I see something that is not going in the right direction for Patrick's benefit in our marriage, then as his friend, I tell him, watch that,
Mm-hmm.
get rid of that. That's not gonna fly right now today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, those are the things now because of the profession that you are in and that I am in, as far as us doing nails and barbering,
Mm-hmm.
we sometimes service people of the opposite sex, and so we are building relationship or rapport
Right.
to some degree.
Right.
So when it's just like general conversations, yeah, like I mean, hey, like like if you don't let somebody do that, then you got major problems. You need to go and have some other things taken care of. But as far as it's a respectable time,
Mm-hmm. Which
like
means it's a respectable time.
so like by you being a barber, if you are communicating with a mom or a woman that wants her hair cut,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't be at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, if I'm open at that time.
You're not open. You're not
There's
open.
some barbershops that they're open at that time.
I am not talking about anybody else.
Gotcha.
So now that's let's
But
bring
but
some
I'm
relevancy
just
here.
I'm just saying. But that what about
Yeah, and
that?
so and there lies another
What about
issue.
people who work together and they get off at like FedEx and they get off at 3 o'clock in the morning?
There lies another issue. Like there have to be boundaries set. I mean, like at some point, it's like there is a cutoff. Like
Mm-hmm.
you stop. And even if let's say that there are no boundaries set, you need to make sure that you can pay attention to his or her mannerisms. Like now, that's too much.
What you mean? His or her? What you mean?
That look like, bruh, she doing too much.
Like what? Like
Or
what would be too? What would you say is too much?
she walking up on you, she touching you all the time when you sell this fun. Yeah, Patrick, that's fun. That's too much. You don't have to do all of that. You overstepping your boundaries.
Yeah.
Certain conversations don't need to be had.
Like.
Sex. You don't need to talk about sex with Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to talk about money with Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you say, okay, cash out me for your haircut.
Right.
But as far you don't need to borrow money from somebody that no.
But
Like,
if
you
I'm
don't need
if
to-
that's my so but if that's my so let's say there's a friend and we've been friends since we grew up together. She's really like a sister to me. And we were we went to elementary school together, we went to junior high school together, went to, you know, high school together, we went to college together. We are genuinely a family.
Mhm.
And you come around, I meet you after her.
Mhm. She's very
She's
receptive of me.
yeah,
She's
she's
welcoming, like I am her sister now.
yeah, but she borrows money from me though. But she'd call me to borrow money from me because I'm the
Mm-mm.
one that has the
Mm-mm.
long
And
history from
remember,
her.
see, this what I said. Did you hear my question? Does she respect me though? Does she acknowledge me as your only best half?
So yeah, let's say she does. But I'm saying, but that's my sister.
No.
So
Yes and no. Yes
she
and
can't
no.
borrow. She still can't borrow money
I
from
think
me.
when it comes to that part, then she needs to say, "Hey, Shamika, I'm thinking about asking Patrick to borrow dot 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 dot."
Really.
Yeah.
But that's like there's nothing. We never. I've never smashed anything like that.
Mhm.
And it's always been just, hey man, it's just,
I think out of respect,
huh?
and make sure that it is always clarity.
Okay,
I think that that is best.
okay.
Because now this is the thing, ladies. It's so funny that these standards are double, double,
No, no,
double.
we gonna go to the other side
Uh
too.
huh. Now, let me ask
Okay, come on, ask. Let's get to it.
Henry to borrow $20. Patrick will have what? What you have to say about it?
I have $20 in my pocket because he would borrow $20 from you, so I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, have y'all seen the the episode when Martin when Gina borrowed $20 from Cole? Yeah, that's how I would probably feel. Yeah,
Exactly. That's why I say
yeah.
it's so double
No, so
standard.
it's not the fact it's double standard. It's I want you to like you be so vague sometimes. I want you to give specifics on what do you think about that,
I think that
and
there
why do
is
you think that is?
the
And so
respect
for
I
me,
give, I
it's
think others should give to me, and I wouldn't dare. Like some things, it's okay for you to starve. It's okay for you to go a little hungry,
it's okay
hungry.
for you to starve.
It's okay. Meaning, if you know that you don't need to be getting no money from Bunshika, then you better bite your fingernails,
Mhm.
cause you know that you don't need to do that,
Mhm.
cause that's gonna open up a whole nother can of
What if I want
worms.
to borrow money from Keisha? This is a sister of mine that I grew up with, and I'm like,
If it's not already established and set, I don't think that you should go there.
what you mean if it's not already like the
Like
friendship?
the friendship, and I believe that like it's a friendship like this my sister too.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I am now introduced. Like she really is a sibling. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Cause like okay, so like everybody relationship and interaction with their siblings are different.
Mhm.
So I'm coming to learn that. But I think that it's all about how the um, the incoming party is introduced and accepted and welcomed as to how this is best well received or not.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean, like now our family growing, and I wouldn't think about asking one of their significant others anything overstepping my boundaries, and I
Mhm.
I think I see them as bonus children.
Correct.
But I wouldn't ask them for anything without saying, "Hey, Patrick, I'm thinking about asking Daniel, can we borrow his car to go on a date?" But I
Mhm.
wouldn't ask Daniel for his car without you
Mhm.
knowing what I'm about to do.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
and I see him as a son.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. So if I wouldn't do that to someone that's even closer, I'm saying that to say, if I wouldn't do that to someone that I consider like a bonus son
Right.
or daughter, then siblings don't allow more space, you know.
So
But
I
now it
think
could be like it could be a hardship. Again, I think that if it has really been like this is my sister, like they don't have a mother, father, and they grew up, and like it really is genuinely that. Like, cause sometimes siblings, I'm learning that too. Siblings will talk to each other, and the parents will never know.
I think for me, I think if it was a guy, because the stipulation for me would be had y'all dated before? For me, that would be the stipulation. If there was never anything going on with you all in the beginning, and like there's never been anything, I never kissed, like there was nothing. Like we tried, but it didn't work. Like it was nothing at all. I think I would be okay uh, with the relationship. I wouldn't have an issue. Like me and Keith. I don't think I will. You don't have any of those guys.
See, you see, because now see that's the real
No, but
thing.
but I'm saying if that was the case, that's not the case. So I'm saying if that
Okay.
was the case, then I don't think I would have a problem. Like y'all been knowing each other since kindergarten. Y'all grew up together. Y'all was, like he was always giving you relationship advice. He was like, but nothing ever happened between you two, and I'm coming into it, and y'all already have this brother sister relationship established. Like is as if you guys are really are brothers and sisters, and nobody's ever smashed. I'm a little bit more comfortable with that. Now, if it's somebody you're trying to get to know now, and it's after us, and oh no, he real cool at work. Yeah, I'm side eyeing him. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. You know, was talking about. Why y'all keep going to Chick-fil-A? Like, what's so special about you? Yeah, no. Let me pull up unannounced just to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, um, if that's the case, then yeah, I'm probably gonna have an issue. I'm gonna, kind of look at it, observe, see some things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, it's not. Again, it's not you. It's him. Because I want to.
Dudes know dudes and
Hey,
girls know
I
girls.
want to. Hey, bro, let me let you know. Hey, everything all right? You know what I'm saying? Let's figure this out. Let's no. We. What you doing? So, but even for that, I got my partners. They brothers, but there's a code. You don't. No, you don't come up. No, if I'm not at home, you don't wait at the house, inside the house, with my wife till I get there. You know what I'm saying? If you show up unannounced, hey, Patrick here? No, Patrick not here. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna wait outside because that's just cold. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, go in. No, I'm not going in the house. It's just, who at the house? Just my wife? No. I'm gonna wait outside. I'm gonna chill in the car for you. I just think that's cold. So to go with what you're saying, even if that's the case, if there is a relationship, I think I agree with you. I'm just trying to stretch it, you know, just stretch
Hmm.
your thought process about things.
Hmm.
If there's a relationship, I think I would, because I respect the code. I would not I would not borrow money or talk about certain things.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just because I respect the code. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
So,
just certain things, just certain areas you don't visit. You just don't go there because, again, it's private, personal. There's certain areas you just don't go to. It's just out of respect, you
but there's
know,
but there's nothing
and
wrong.
honor.
But there's nothing wrong with platonic relationships with the opposite sex.
Um, Again, I think if it's healthy, that's
What
like
does
if
that mean? Because if it's
because like
if
I
it's
said, so
healthy.
so platonic. Like I don't know. I don't want to say yes because like I don't. Everybody just see things different. Like I wouldn't want you know, Boom Shika, in the house with Patrick and I'm not there.
Mhm.
But then that's
Mhm.
what friends do. Like she at the house, like, oh yeah, I went ahead and I started dinner. Like, no, that's too
Uh
much.
huh.
Like, oh yeah, I got the babies and I did this and I no, don't outshine me. Don't do that.
Don't outshine me. Wait a minute. That's another conversation
It
then.
is.
So is
Cause
that
it's like it's
so?
certain things
Are
like I
you
don't need
feeling?
you. I think again like
Wait a
sometimes
minute. Are you
hold on,
feeling
hold on.
outshined?
Listen, let me tell you. So like a friend will step in when asked.
Okay.
But a person that's trying to replace or uproot you, they do extra stuff to show you up.
Okay.
Like again, dudes know dudes, chicks know chicks.
Right.
And that's what I mean. So that's why. I say I cannot, and usually I have a like absolute resolve. Yeah, no, I believe that it is wisdom in cutting off and setting boundaries.
Hmm.
And if need be, if there is no mutual respect and honor, then it's okay to count it loss.
Because you're saying that if even if the friend who's been there all your life
Mhm.
and you get married,
Mhm.
so let's say your brother, he's been there all your
Mhm.
life,
Mhm.
and we get married,
Mhm.
he then should respect the fact, and the vice versa. Even though this is Keisha, and Keisha's been this, we like, I'm Keith. That's my middle name, Keith. It was like Keith and Keisha. We they really like they twins almost. But when you come into play, she would then say, although she has, it's good, although she has a right to, she withdraw from. What's the scripture? All things are lawful, but everything's not expedient.
Mhm.
So she can, but out of respect of the marriage,
She
she won't.
don't. And again, that come from a heart of respect. Like you just wouldn't do anybody like you wouldn't want the other person to feel uncomfortable in no kind of way.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't do that. Like
Mhm.
we know we friends, like we friends for life. But now you got to be a relationship with your spouse, and that is different. It go back to it's sacred and it's exclusive. And it just in this covenant. At the end of the day, we're not in covenant relationship with
Mhm.
anybody other than our spouse.
Right.
We don't have any. The only look. Let me take that back. You have a marriage license, and you have birth certificates. And if you have lived an amount of time, maybe you have some death certificates. Again, these are the certificates that exist to show proof of connection. So when you ask for my marriage license, me and Patrick marriage license, this is proof that we are licensed in the state of Tennessee, and this license run wherever in the world. That's because we're
It
not
can
gonna
be
try to.
recognized.
Yeah, it's
It's
gonna be
recognized
recognized.
wherever.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's like American Express. So
Huh?
American Express used all over the world. Some little clone they have, some little tag they have. Anyway, used all over. You can use American Express in everywhere. So
Gotcha.
anyway, that's the point I'm trying to make. So anyway, yeah. So their marriage license shows, solidifies that these two have said yes to one another,
Mhm.
right? And then the birth certificates is proof that we pushed and added somebody to the family.
Mhm.
But that is not a covenant relationship. That is a receipt for responsibility. You need to make sure that you take care of this son and this daughter that you brought in this world.
Mhm.
So that's that. And then if you have a death certificate, it's proof that they did live. I was connected to them, and I'm an heir, or I'm
Mhm.
connected to them in some kind of shape,
Mhm.
form, or fashion.
Mhm.
Yeah. So don't go. Yeah. Basically, there's no receipts on siblings.
There's no brother certificate.
There's no brother or sister certificate, but there is a loyalty code. Like it is it's a hey man, if we friends, like we siblings for real. Like we like there.
Mhm.
If you need me, I'm there, and we don't have to do all of like yeah. It's in a healthy way, is what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
Mhm.
So siblings have a way of being there for each other no matter what. They just there for each other.
Mhm.
But then they also have boundaries that they respect because their personalities are different. They have their own set of friends. I mean, they do things totally different, but they know that when their brother or their sister call, they will be able to tell the other person, "I'll be right back. My brother never called me. That means there's something going on."
Mhm.
Or my brother calling me, I pick up the phone. "Hey, bro, I'm with, and I'll call you back." Bet,
Mhm.
it's understood.
Mhm.
It's boundaries.
So what if the play sister, play friend, play brother, whatever. So I think this is where the boundaries then should be also created by the spouse, not just recognized by the,
Correct.
the thing.
I agree.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, baby. I don't have nobody. Just it's okay. Just nobody. I'm not trying to bring nobody in this relationship. Okay.
Okay.
Whew,
No, but I was
jeez.
just thinking, like, yeah, yeah. It's not like you do everything. Yeah, that's for both.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't mean to furrow up, but yeah, I get passionate sometimes.
Okay. I was about to say something. Also, yeah, we had a situation that happened one time. There was a young lady. She was real cool with me, and like we were cool. Like it was like I like her, man. She cool. And I said, hey, I need you to, this is my wife number, you know, holler at her, chop it up. I think y'all need to kind of talk and build a relationship too. And then we got back to work, and she said, man, your wife cool, but I just rather just build, just be cool with you, cause she alright, but she ain't you, which is true. She not. And I had to like, nah, bruh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
And
I had
thank
to, I
you
had
for
to cut it
that.
off.
Yeah,
I had to
thank you
cut it
for
off.
that.
Now let me ask you this question. This me poking the bear, or does it matter? I think so. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. I think I think it matters too how the person looks. If the person's not a
Dudes,
if the person's
no
not attractive,
dudes, and chicks,
if the person's
no
not
chicks.
attractive, let's just come on, keep it a book. If the person's not attractive,
But see, like now, I
if the
will
person's
say
not
I'm
attractive,
different. I
then
would say I'm
hold on. If
different.
the person's not really attractive, then I think the rules still apply. But if the person's not attractive, or you don't think they look better than you, then you're not as like his little friend. You know what I'm saying? Remember the story we heard last week where our partner he was like, why is his
I understand. Yeah,
wife
I got it. I
right?
got it. So now for me, now that is true.
I've been saying, come on now.
Now the reality is that's true. I will say I'm a little different though because I have heard and seen stories where it's like,
Like why that person?
how
Yeah,
did she
that's true.
pull that off?
Conversation still rule the
Is
nation.
some things that women have as arsenal that just work.
Jesus.
And it does not matter how it's packaged.
Hmm.
It's the fact that the gift is given.
Right.
I'm just saying. So for me, I'm just suspicious of everybody. You know, I mean, like,
You
I
can't be
think,
suspicious of everybody.
listen, you don't understand. I have heard so many stories that I'm not saying that I'm paranoid, but like it's certain places I didn't already compartmentalize to the best of my ability. I've
Hmm.
safeguarded and put
Hmm.
up defenses and fences
Hmm.
as best I can
Hmm.
to make sure that I don't leave the door open. Come on, Bruno Mars. I don't do that for anyone but Patrick.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I don't play that.
Hmm.
So I do know that there are conversations like, I believe that you are a very insightful person. You are very charismatic. Like you have a very winsome personality. Like
Hmm.
people will gravitate to you. And so that again, chicks know chicks. That is like a plus on a woman's radar, right? And so you can get to connecting through the conversation and chemistry and all that yibba yabba.
Hmm.
And it's like you forget he already got somebody for life. And I really believe that he loves and he likes me. So he don't need nothing extra
Hmm.
because I'm the wife and I'm all of the
So
others.
one time, I had a dream, and I woke up out of my dream,
Uh-huh.
and I said, "There's a snake in my garden,"
Yeah.
and
Jesus.
in in her to her they were just brothers,
No,
or
I
I mean
wasn't a brother.
siblings. Y'all were
Yeah.
just
We were just
it's
siblings.
just like I know it's like a brother to me. It's like a brother to me. But I'm like, no, something's
Off.
something's off. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
Something's off.
And so you do.
But you use the "that's my brother's" thing.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, and listen, and that's the. I'm so glad you brought that up because with these opposite and platonic relationships, they never intend to go that way. Like sometimes it's just we just cool.
Mm-hmm.
It started off we just cool. It was
Mm-hmm.
just a Christian chicken fellowship. That's really what it was. It was just we were kicking, we were breaking bread.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes because we don't sometimes we forget the adversary as the adversary be working, but then again we give the adversary ammunition too.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be innocent. The enemy doesn't care if it's legitimate, innocent, or whatever. He
Mm-hmm.
gonna use whatever. If you left it out there, then he feel like he can use it.
Mm-hmm.
And so before you know it, you caught up. A lot of people that end up caught up, they didn't intend to get caught up. It
So,
just started out again as friends.
but here's the safeguard. The safeguard is your safeguard for the marriage is making sure that you and your spouse are. It's easier for the enemy to creep in when there's not communication, when there's not intimacy,
Or relationship.
when there's not a real, true
Intimate
friendship
relationship.
and relationship with the spouse.
Yeah.
So of course, I believe that your wife should be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? If your husband should be your spouse should be your best friend. So when that's not happening, it gives the enemy
Place.
a better foothold to come
Or
in,
advantage.
advantage to
Uh-huh.
come in and to disrupt what God has joined together.
Yeah.
You know.
And yeah, so that's why I say, going back to what the initial question you asked, I've seen some that it's like,
So
how
then,
in the
so
world?
what can you then? So if so, you said with boundaries though. You can have a
Yes.
friend that's opposite sex with boundaries, and they have to be ugly.
No, no, no. It's tender eye.
Tender eye.
Um, I would say that you're gonna communicate with someone that's opposite.
Hmm.
Like I mean, it depends on like you got the profession, and we in a world that is happening.
Hmm.
So and shoot, nowadays,
Who days? Nowadays.
nowadays,
Hmm.
it ain't just
All right.
opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes you have to watch out for the same sex.
Facts.
Yeah.
So then what? So
Yes.
anyway,
That's a good question.
well,
How did?
wait, Patrick,
Jeez.
hold on, Patrick. Don't you go there yet. So, with that being said, I keep my eyebrow, the little bit that I have, I keep it rocking like the rock. Okay, I keep my eyebrows because you just never know. You don't know. And so and when I say it's not like I'm just side eyeing everybody, like I'm not like that.
Hmm.
But when I see something, my relationship with Patrick, he'll tell you. I tell him, and I have not. I would probably.
Now
Uh,
you
I'm
you
about
you.
7 and 10. I done been off
No.
about 2 or 3, but
I'd probably say you maybe 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. There you go.
Yeah.
I maybe missed 2, but for the most part, I've been knocking them out the box. Like watch that one, babe. Like, all right, gotcha. Or, let's what? Let's just see. And I'm telling you, I do it. Give it a little time,
Hmm.
right? Now, by the same token, even though I'm suspicious, I am not paranoid, and I am not neglecting doing my part. So,
So that's that, and that becomes the again the safeguard or the rail is making sure you're covering all bases. You know what I'm saying? And
to
you
the
won't have
best of your
to the best
ability,
of your
yeah.
ability. Then now if your husband if he just
Or wife.
or wife if he or she just they just are what they are, then there's
They
nothing you can do
greedy.
about it.
They look. They
Yeah.
hearts are just. They are unkeepable. It's not on you.
So the answer is yes, you can have a friend of the opposite sex, but it has to be with boundaries.
Yeah, you better
And
set them.
one of the non-negotiable areas that you don't go is sex and money. Like there should be no conversation about that with that person of the opposite sex. I don't care how long you've been friends.
And I would even say even personal matters of the relationship. Like you don't need to know about what we doing in our marriage either.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
But how many siblings don't know? How many
Mm-mm.
brothers? Jesus said, "Who is my mother? Who's my father?"
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like
it
you
didn't
would
have
know.
anything to do with bloodline. It had to
So,
do with.
so when I say that, it meaning that you shouldn't be
Let me
going
say,
to.
for the record, I don't have nobody I'm trying to bring in as an assistant. All right, let me
For
say
the
that.
record, I
Okay.
ain't gonna let nobody in. They told me- I mean, we just talking. I got you. I just want all
I
things,
ain't got
all
no young
lines
lady I'm
clear,
trying to bring as assistant. All
and
right.
not, amen. All right. So, what was I about to say? Um, oh, so you know, like things happen in a marriage, right?
Oh
So
my
you and I
God.
may be having a
Uh
conflict.
huh.
You don't need to call her to discuss what we're going through. Is what I'm saying.
I need to call my guys,
Cause you trying to
my
get,
boys.
yeah, yeah. Now I think, yeah, again I think that again that's those areas that you just need to stay out of.
Mm-hmm.
You just shouldn't, don't go discussing it. And even you brought up like blood siblings. You want to be cautiously careful about what you share and how you share it, because again, they won't see your boo like you do again. Like y'all done made up and they still remember that you put
Mm-hmm.
sugar in her shoes. I don't know. I just made up
Mm-hmm.
something. I just made up something because I don't have no issues. I mean, yeah. I just, mm,
So on this particular subject, I do want to know what you all think. Like, let us know. Like, do you think it's okay? Why is it okay? Why is not okay? What boundaries do you think should be put in place? Yeah.
yeah. And another thing too. We live in a time where so many behaviors that are inappropriate are now permissible.
Hmm. Interesting.
And there lies the open back door. There lies the back door patio. I want to say it. This is the way I want to say it.
Okay.
There lies the open patio back door. Right? So it's not the front door not
Mm-hmm.
open. It's the patio door.
Mm-hmm.
It's those places of leisure
Mm.
that's left open, and it's like, oh, it's okay. You're not outside, but you're not inside.
Mm-hmm.
We have to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
We have to deal with those, and so to me, that would be the challenging part of living in this current time is that the lines are blurred and that they are gray.
Mm.
And so there is no, you can't tell me and I can do this and I can, like, come on now. If y'all was such good friends, why y'all didn't just marry each other? Cause y'all not blood. Like if you want to be with them forever, why you didn't just choose him or her?
Mm-hmm.
See, now that's the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't come up with that question, then cut it off.
Because once I get married, my spouse becomes number one over
Period.
this friend.
Yes. And if the Lord said, for this reason shall a man leave his father and mother, know that that included your best friend that's of the opposite. That included them too.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be said, and your sibling and your auntie and your great great grandmama auntie.
But there should be an
It's
understanding.
understood. If
Mm-hmm.
you have to cut off the source of life that has sustained you all of this time, if you have to let that go to attach to your brand new source, living life
To
together.
leave and cleave.
Yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
you have to leave and cleave your mom and dad, there's no greater relationship apart, if you're not married,
Mm-hmm.
other than a mom and a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's a no-brainer. And so what we try to do with our little sophisticated intelligence is try to skirt around what he didn't say,
Mm-hmm.
uh, my guy friend or my girlfriend. Come on now. Don't play yourself dumb. So don't deceive yourself. You know that you're supposed to cut them off. Or or again, you have to set those boundaries. Let it be understood. You not her.
Yeah.
You not in this seat. Ask Sarah about it. Ask Sarah about it with Hagar. Amen. Sarah told him you better get rid of her. And it was Sarah's idea. Go back
Mm.
and read the text, y'all. When Abraham went to consult his friend, the Lord, about it, he said, you better do what Sarah said. Even the Lord is wise. You better cut her off. Or Sarah was going to cut her off. Period.
Right. Okay. That's it. Again, what do you guys think? Let us know. in the comment section below. And we'll see you next video. Take care.
Bye.